Subscriber, what's good, and welcome back. Today we're getting into an impromptu video. What's for you is on the other side of your commitment. But what's for you is on the other side of your commitment. Listen, we behave differently when we're committed to something. I'm not just talking about a person. I'm not talking about your boo, your babe, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, or whatever, and all that stuff like that. Okay, that's a whole other thing within itself. But when we're committed to something, we behave differently. Don't just think interpersonally. Think your goals, your desires, what you're asking God for. Think that. Think the changes you want to see in your life, what you're sick of. You need to get committed. We hear a lot of people say, like the phrase, what's for you is for you, what's for you is not going to miss you. I have mixed feelings about that kind of a saying because I think there's an implication there that's not always expressed, because I do think that something can be for you and it can miss you. You can forfeit it. You could turn it down and not realize you turned it down when it presented itself to you or when it was presented to you. I think the implication, like the assumption rooted in that statement, is when you're locked in, what's for you is for you. What's for you is not going to miss you. What's for you can't go to nobody else when you're locked in, aka when you're committed. Because when you're committed, again, you show up differently, you're behaving differently, you're thinking differently, you're viewing things differently. Okay, a setback not gonna knock you out the game because you know it's for you when you're committed. We are human beings, okay? Especially for my people who serve God, you know that we have free will, right? So it's just like how in the Bible, the Lord's like, I set before you life and death. Choose life, right? But you got both options before you. So what are you locking into? Like, what are you in agreement with? What's your choice? What do you choose? There are so many different instances in the word where God is like, this is what I have for you and this is what I want to do. And I will do this for you as long as you do this, right? This, what's for you, is contingent upon you accepting it. But if you decide that you don't want to accept it, or you convey that you don't want it, then you're saying it's not for you. That's why I think the implication in that statement is that you're locked in. But sometimes we want to use that saying, what's for you is for you, and it's not going to miss you, and da da da. We want to use that as like a cover and make us feel better while we make excuses. Please stop doing that, because you can miss your blessing. I don't know. I feel like some people may not agree with me. That's fine. But even if you're serving God and that's the basis of why you believe that, it's very clear in the word. You know, just check out Deuteronomy 28. Like, it's very clear in the word. Just check out the fact that if you don't receive salvation, there are consequences to that. Like, it's a contingency, because, and it still makes sense, because again, by your behavior, your actions, your choices, your responses, you choose and you communicate what you want. And so you can't keep using that phrase as a cover up while your behavior and your actions and all that is like, I don't really want this. Like, it reminds me of Saul. I think of Saul, right? Because Saul was chosen by God, by the prophet Samuel. It's not like Saul showed up on the scene and was like, no, y'all definitely going to serve me. I'm going to be the king. And nobody called him. He was called and anointed, right? But because of his behavior, actions, responses, and choices, oh, goodness gracious, Saul, he was disconnected. He was refused. He was rejected. It is a possibility. It's not to put fear in you like, oh, I don't know. Maybe I'm not so confident. Maybe it's really not for me. That's not what it's for. What it's for is for us to stop allowing ourselves to be complacent in hypocrisy.